She can't be your dog, bro. What up, Sashanta? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What up, Jordan? What up, Jason? What's goody? What y'all got for me? What y'all got? What y'all got? New Reels going platinum in the high ticket sales group chat. Yo, Jason, I'm gonna send you some screenshots, bro. They're in a group chat cooking me. They are cooking me. We going double platinum, gold, going Hall of Fame. What up, Kia? What up, Apple Rose? Armani was good. What up? What up? What up? Talk to me. Rapid fire Q&A. What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? Yo, yo, yo. What up? Warrior for Christ. My prayer warrior. What's good, my prayer warrior? What we got? What we got? Yo, Nick, my brother. Yo, what's up, bro? Long time no speak, no see. What's good? I hope you're good, bro. How to increase show rate? Very broad question. What do you sell? There's a lot of things you can do to increase show rate. What do you sell right now? How long you been out for, my G? What do you mean by out? How long was you down anyway, my G? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? what do you mean by that? How long was you down? I don't think I understand the question. Where you did all your time at anyway, big homie? Oh, you got jokes. They're on YouTube cooking me too. They're on YouTube cooking me. What up? What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? I'm fully caffeinated. I'm hydrated. Yeah, that's what he thinks. That's what he thinks. Free Nick, even though he already free. What up, Christina? If y'all don't have questions, you're just gonna fucking look at the cut. We got corner. You feel me? Sharp. Might have to start getting weekly cuts. I could get used to this. No, I'm just playing, man. I thought this was a prison channel for a second. What makes you think this is a prison channel? That's crazy. Megamind. Yo, they are on YouTube cooking. Oh man. What up, Raul? What up? I book appointments. I'm not doing something right. Most of my sets are not strong. Okay, what's the offer? Like, what are you selling? High ticket closing. Okay, KB1, what up? High ticket closing for a big name. Okay, well, like, what do you say? You don't even have to tell me the name. Like, what do you sell though? Because that answer is different for everything. What exactly do you sell? Fitness, biz op, like, what's the industry? What's up, KB? What's up again, Jason? Jason, throw some questions at me, bro. Throw some questions. Throw some Q&A. Yeah, like what does that even mean? Oh, okay. We teach people how to get started in high ticket sales and offer placement opportunities. Okay. How many book calls? Yeah, how many book calls did you have in August, and how many of them showed up? So I can answer that. How do you manage to get a wife to decide apart from her husband? With the heat of the situation, I don't know why that question's so funny. Um, I mean, dude, you just make her take responsibility for her decisions. You make her take responsibility for her decisions, and you identity frame her as the type of person who doesn't put her decisions on anyone, even her husband. What up, Sarah? What up, Deborah? DV Bones. What up, Bones? Yeah, give me context about how many calls you booked and how many showed, and how many of those bought too. Let me know how many of those bought, and I'll be able to answer you better. What up? What up? What up? Peace, bro. I have 15 years customer service and great soft skills. Need to break into sales. How do I start? Well, DV Bones, I guess what has you even wanting to break into sales in the first place? Like, what has you wanting to make a change? Um, yeah, give me some context. How do you get people to take responsibility though? Everyone weasels away from accountability. Good question. What are you doing right now to get them to take accountability? What's your biggest regret? At some point, you got to understand it's time to like, what broke you? Okay, I'll answer that in a second. I do pharmaceutical operations, customers. Okay. What has you wanting to make a change to in the sales though? Especially after 15 years. Okay, there we go. I work two full-time jobs, 80 hours. I take care of my family, 31 years old, but insane schedule is working hard, not smart. Okay. When you say family, do you mean mother, dad, brother, sister? Like you have kids, you have a wife? What do you mean by family? That's a lot though, and I respect it. I respect it. It's a lot of work for sure. Biggest regret. This is such a tough question to answer because I don't think I have any real like regrets. You know, like things that I've done that didn't work out, it's always kind of led me to the next thing. So I can't say I have anything I've done that I'm like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. I think everything's played out exactly as it should. And what's your biggest business failure? I'll answer that in a second. What up, Daniel? What up, Daniel? Jason, nah, I don't. I literally don't. That's not like I literally don't regret. Like everything happens exactly as it should happen. Um, okay, let's see. What else we got? They're depending on me financially. Respect to you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Of course. And so when you're working 80 hours, what is that? I guess what's that taken away from? Like what kinds of things are you seeing yourself missing out on as a result that has you wanting to make a change? Um, okay, so we got a few here. So what is your biggest business failure? Okay, that I can answer. Biggest business failure, I'd say was doing drop shipping for 2 years and like actually trying, not just like saying I'm like doing drop shipping, but actually trying and showing up every single day and still not making it work. Um, so maybe if we could say biggest regret, maybe changing gears sooner, but even then, like that's what catapulted my sales career, my marketing career. So I wouldn't even call that a regret. But yeah, I'd say failure because it wasn't the thing that I wanted it to be. Your highest margin skill. Are you doing a live training this week? Yes, I am. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Comment the word chill to get the link, Jason. Comment the word chill. Okay, let's get back here. Highest margin skill. I would say sales. Sales is the highest margin skill because you don't have to take on the risk of having a business. You just let someone else take that risk. Um, one sales myth you hate. One sales myth you hate. Sales myth that I hate is that you have to build rapport with people to get them to move forward. That you have to like fake kiss their ass to get them to move forward. Also, that objection handling is what closes deals. Oh shit, I thought I did. Here it is. Boom, pinned. Yeah, that's definitely a sales myth that I hate. Hey, what up, Brian? What up, Brian? Okay, worst deal you accepted. There was a company I worked for that I was getting paid 7.5% commission. And hold on, Bones, comment the word chill, Bones, and you'll get the link to my masterclass this coming Wednesday, my free training. And in that free training, I'll walk you through exactly how to break in. So, Bones, comment the word chill. Yeah, there you go. Now jump out of the live and go into your DMs and register for that, and then jump back in. I'll keep answering whatever you got for me. Okay. Worst deal I ever accepted. So yeah, the worst deal I ever accepted was, and it was intangibly, it wasn't the worst deal. Like I got more for money, but it was 7.5% of cash collected, and they fucking took fees out. So not only am I getting fucked on commissions because it's 7.5%, and they're taking fees out of that. So I was actually getting paid like 6.5%. So I'd collect like maybe 150 grand a month and make like 9. It was insane. I was like working really hard. Okay, let's go back over here. I'll see you at the live training. I'll be there too, Bones. I just registered. I'll see y'all both there. I'll see y'all both there. Easy. What up, Eugene? Nice to see you, dog. Seen your name for a while. What up? Are you still in here? Yes, you are. Welcome, Jay. Should get you guys on payday, man. Automate your commissions, split it, point of sale. Ah, you're with Josh. You're with Josh. Yeah. Dude, I actually worked with Josh. I worked with Josh. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Honestly, Lana, what up? Okay, what other questions you got, John? What metric do you obsess over? What metric do I obsess over? I think cost per book call is probably like the most important metric to look at. Yo, you should invite me to your live and talk about it. You got me to 24K. Okay. We could do that. Deborah, we could definitely do that. What up, Chris? Okay, financial freedom starts when you keep half of what you earn, spend what's left, invest the rest. Thank you. Don't chase money, build systems that quality accumulate it. Okay. No reason you shouldn't be using it, bro. I mean, when I have a bigger sales team, I could definitely tap in. Right now I just pay everybody through Gusto. Yeah, right now I just pay everybody through Gusto. All right, what else? What else? We just got fucking blasted on YouTube with a bunch. So let's see. The richest people. Okay. John, do you have any more questions? Who else is still in here? Okay. Hey, Deborah. What up? Request to join. What up, Maida? Hello, hello.
Hi.
What up? So, you're so cool, dude. Congratulations. Thank you. Someone said that on YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna do something fun here. So we're gonna do like an actual official version of this, but since the month ended, like, why not? We're gonna do like a student interview, a live student interview. So, Deborah, I'll let you take it away. Tell the people firstly, who are you? What do you sell?
Okay, hi. My name is Deborah. I sell high ticket sales. No, I don't sell high ticket sales training. I sell Amazon FBA. And yeah, so Amazon FBA, should I say how much I made this one?
Not yet. Okay, so you sell an Amazon FBA, and what did you make last month? Let's start there.
So I was in the month before because I was off.
Okay.
But the month before I made, I think.
Commission only.
Yeah, commission is obviously like I made 11K with my Amazon offer, and then I made 3K with like the other offer. So let's say I made 11K on that offer.
Okay. You had two offers. So on the same offer you made 11K, and then last month in July, how much did you make on that offer?
I was off.
Talk to me. What'd you make?
I'm literally off.
You were off. And what did you make?
I'm excited to tell you, but I was all excited.
Okay. Well, you made a lot. If you're okay, I see. Okay. Wait. What? Okay. Well, tell me this. What was the biggest change? What was the biggest change between the 2 months, even with you being off?
Between which 2 months?
Between July and between July and June. What was the biggest month? The biggest difference in your skill set and you making more money? That we're not going to say yet, but with you making more money, what was the biggest difference? What was the biggest thing you implemented?
Okay, it wasn't like the skill set though, but yeah, it was more like calendar management stuff, like just all the boring stuff. Like we did like a lot of work, like numbers, everything I basically didn't do before.
Yeah. And what was the metric that you put the biggest focus on that previously you weren't putting focus on?
Having like more qualified calls basically.
Yeah.
Like taking more calls.
Taking more calls. Yeah. And it's I'm saving it for the student interview because the increase is actually pretty drastic, guys, between these 2 months. But the only difference was taking more calls, not learning a bunch of fancy objection handling and a bunch of fancy word tracks. It was simply taking more calls. Did you feel, as a result of making way more, did you feel more exhausted?
Maybe a little bit, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't think it was just taking more calls. Like you definitely showed me more than that.
Yeah.
But like it was like how I kind of did to make that. But yeah, I would say, I don't know, I was back in London, so the time difference was crazy. It was like 1 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah.
But not really that much different. Like altogether, I took like 45 calls last month.
And what do you think are the biggest like misconceptions that people have with high ticket now being someone who's made a lot of people's dream income?
Biggest misconceptions about high ticket sales.
What's the reality versus what people think versus what it actually is?
Okay, so people think that you're going to be on a beach all day taking calls, which obviously is not reality.
Yeah.
I think people obviously just don't think it's real, think it's a scam. I don't know. I don't know what the biggest misconceptions are, but I would say there's like.
Did you have any of those misconceptions or any of those thoughts before you started?
No, I'm just trying to save money. So no.
How did you choose on this vehicle as opposed to Amazon or drop shipping or all these other ways to make money? What made you choose this one?
Yeah, so I was doing policy before. I got to like 10K a month with like what I was doing before, but like I had no location freedom. Like I was literally always like I hate London as well. It's like so rainy. It's always cold, and I just wanted to travel. So I was like, okay. I got scouted by like basically the guy that I did his program for property because I was doing well, and then I started selling his program, which was like a 16K program.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it was in person, so I wanted to get into like remote sales. So then from there, yeah, like I pretty much obviously like found the space and everything, and then I invested, and yeah.
So you jumped in pretty quickly, which is typically not the case. Typically, people will think about it and this and that, and give me the journey of you, the first time you invested in yourself, even with the property stuff, up until like the most recent time, and why you are so quick to pull triggers and not let things like skepticism hold you back. Like you've again made a lot of people's dream income and you've been doing this for less than a year. So obviously there's something about your makeup as a person that adds to that, right? So
yeah, that's how we met. Property Peru. Yeah, so we met when I was doing 7 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the question again?
Like why you didn't let skepticism hold you back and you've invested time after time, even when things don't fully work out, and why you didn't tell yourself the story of like, oh, I've already invested and it didn't work out. Let me just continue trying by myself.
Yeah, because like literally it's so funny because I literally just closed the deal and I told this babe the same thing. I was like, look, like you can't, like your situation can't get worse than it is right now. Like right now you're broke. If you invest it and it doesn't work out, you're still gonna be broke. Like nothing's changed. You're just more broke than you were before. But on the other side, if you do actually invest in this and you do actually achieve your goals, then your life is gonna drastically change. And like in terms of like the location freedom and stuff that I wanted for myself, like I've been traveling every single month. Like I'm in Miami right now. And I was able to like all the places that I wanted to go.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much like I guess like a digital nomad now. So yeah. Thank you, Drew.
Yeah, you're getting love. You're getting love. Okay. And I guess with that said, like with the people who are probably listening to this right now who tell themselves this story of I've invested in myself and it didn't work out, or maybe they give themselves excuses like I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do something like this. Like one part of the story that you told yourself is like, okay, I'm already broke. What do I have to lose? But what about stuff like time? Because you were working a full-time job. Like you still had other shit on your plate, but you still made it work and you've been successful with it. What was your mindset around making time when you were already working full-time?
So I actually wasn't working full-time when I got in this, to be like fully transparent.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that, but yeah, I wasn't working full-time. I was actually fired from my job and stuff. But even when I had my job, like I would come back home and I would do what I needed to do, like in terms of the business. Mm-hmm. I think like this is obviously a reframe that Nick teaches, so y'all need to talk with Nick. But like time is actually the reason that you want to do the things you want to do, right? So like you can have more control of your time. So like I think career with you, like your big thing was like spend more time with your kids, right?
Yeah.
So you can have more time for yourself, like whatever you want to do, whether it's like travel and like not have to like, be told, oh, I need to take time off work. Like I'm actually going to Puerto Rico tomorrow and I can just book that and like block out my calendar. Mm-hmm. So yeah, time's the reason you need to do something. It can't be the reason you don't. Like otherwise you're always going to be in this cycle of like having more time stuck away by an employer.
Yeah, that's an oxymoron, right? And what about like shiny object syndrome? Because you've stuck to the same thing with property, you stuck to the same thing for an extended period of time, decided it's not for you. And even with high ticket, you stuck to the same thing for an extended period of time. What stops you from going into this other shiny thing and this other shiny thing and like staying on one path, even when you're not getting the results you want right away.
Yeah, to be honest, I just feel like there's nothing that's like actually shinier to me than like sounds for real. But then there's no startup costs. Like apart from investing in a mental, you're not going to be continuously investing in startups. You have location freedom, which is like what a lot of people want, which a lot of businesses, they say they give you location freedom like property. It's not location freedom. Even some things like some e-commerce businesses when you're like holding stock in your house and all of that, like it's very tied to like locations. And then it's also like, I'm gonna be real all the time, like you have to work hard, but like you have control over the time to an extent. So yeah. So like to me, I don't feel like there's a business model that's better for like someone that wants to get into making money online.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not location freedom, it's not passive. That's damn true, girl.
Yeah. I agree. And like when someone is like brand new and starting out and they want to do something like a clothing brand, like it makes no sense, or even property, right? Like real estate, it makes no sense. It's like people try to get wealthy before they're rich, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let me see. Anything else? What about skepticism? Like when you see something online, why does your mind instantly go to the truth of it as opposed to like, oh, there's no way this is true?
I don't know. At the end of the day, you have to like. There's a phrase that I was always told growing up. I'm Nigerian, right? So like, you give about money and just like be the best, etc. I was always told my parents like, this person that's doing this, this person that's living this life. I guess that's meaning like they're not better than you, like they're a human being. So I feel like when you see people online, you actually might not know the ins and outs of exactly how they're in the position, but at the end of the day, they're in the porch, like whichever way you want to put it, like they're in the situation. So like, what are they doing? How can we figure out? How can you put yourself in a similar position, or at least like closer to their position than you are right now?
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. I don't know if your phone died. Well, y'all heard it there. I'm gonna assume her phone died, but I'm still here. Again, as y'all are here, comment the word chill to get access to my masterclass, my live training on Wednesday on how to be able to break into high ticket sales like Deborah. Reinvite me, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree, right? I think you're indirectly saying that this isn't possible for me when you are instantly skeptical with shit that you see online. How did your parents feel? Were your parents very supportive of you going into something that, I mean, that's pretty like not as guaranteed as the typical path?
No, not necessarily. Like they want it to be, but then obviously like they're never gonna understand. I think like with your parents and like with people's opinions, you actually have to ask yourself like, is this person in the life I want to live? Like irrespective of your love for them. And if the answer is no, like I love you and I respect you, but like if I follow your advice, I'm gonna end up in a position which is like still having a nice life, and I don't want that for myself.
Very black and white. Was it hard for you to come to that realization? Did part of you want to listen to them and want to believe that maybe it's true?
I guess to an extent, but like the thing is, right? Like even with the money that I make this month, my parents would never even believe that's real.
Yeah.
So now that I've even made it, let alone before I made it. So it's like, I don't know, you can't wait on people to be convinced before like you do what you want to do. You need to do it. The money I'm gonna send in this month, they're gonna be convinced, right?
Yeah.
They'll be convinced of this year. And like I remember when I first made like my first 10K and I gave my parents money and stuff, they were like, what? Like, cause I pretty much gave them like close to like what I was making in my job before. And I think in sales, I think this is what I was saying to you as well, like I'm never gonna make, like no matter how bad it gets, I just can't conceptualize a reality where I make like 2K or 3K. which is what I was making before. I wasn't even making that in my
Yeah,
job.
it's like 10K is like the floor. Even on months that you travel, which is crazy, right? Even months that you don't work the whole month, 10K a month is like the floor. And do you think your parents respect you more now as a result of seeing you having proved it?
Yeah, they do. They definitely respect me a lot now, like a
Mm-hmm.
lot. Yeah, a lot.
It looks like you froze again. Okay, you're back.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, because they see the concept being proven, right? So we got a good amount of people in here. So 10K floor, what am I doing wrong? All right, so let's do some Q&A real quick. Let's do some Q&A. What's up, Maya? Maya used to do my hair back before I had locks. So I'll see you on Wednesday, Maya. But talk to me, Q&A, guys. You got both of us here. Like, what could we answer for y'all? So proud of you, Nick. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
you didn't even say the difference of like what I made this month.
Do you want to answer that question?
You don't want me to? I'm trying to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, up to you.
So how much did you make this month? Or what was the difference?
So altogether, yeah. So altogether, from this one offer,
Yeah.
I made 24K.
24K. 24K from 11K. So she was already doing fairly well, guys. She was already doing fairly well, right?
Yeah. So I quit my other offer, and I literally just went all in on this offer.
Yeah.
And then like I did everything you said.
Okay. So 24K, we're going to answer that in a second. 11K to 24K. That's how much cash collected is that a month? So for the people who don't know the payment structure, how much cash?
240,099.
Yeah. How close was the other person to you? Were they like maybe 5K behind, 10K, 15K behind?
No, they were like 65K behind.
65K. So the person before her, guys, if you don't let this go over your head, okay? The person before her made 18 grand and she made 24 grand. And okay, let's go back to the beginning of what we were talking about. So number one is obviously like taking more calls. What about the way you showed up on these calls and like your energy and the place that you came from mentally? What changed there?
Yeah, like it was literally just like so many. It was just like I think I was definitely a bit more detached. Obviously, like in terms of my routine and stuff, you helped that a lot. Like in terms of like the inner psychology and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you think the prospects could feel that you're someone who is more present because of the way you're managing your energy?
Yeah, I think so. Like I had this one guy, literally, like nothing I used with him was scripted at all, or like really anything I've written down before. But I think just like the level of presence that I had with him and how like he was so closed off. Like I didn't even want to take the call, and he still like closed for like it was like a 11K piff, like paid for.
Hell yeah! So someone who barely wanted to answer your questions paid you 11 grand, and then you ended up making 1100, and largely because of how you were showing up, not fancy shit that you said on that call.
Correct.
That's funny how that works. All right, let's answer some of these. Let's hold on. I'll invite you again. I'll invite you again. As we're waiting for her, I'm gonna answer some of these. So we're gonna start with what is your prep before each call? I read the call notes and I make sure I'm hydrated. And typically, it depends on how stressed I am. Like if I'm feeling okay, here you are. If I'm feeling very overwhelmed and stressed out, then I'll do 5 double breaths in before I take the call to reset my nervous system. Says unable to join. We're having technical difficulties, guys. Bear with us. But it's very simple, though. It's very simple. Okay, hold up. Deborah says that you're not able to join. Hold up. Okay. Let's back up. Let's back up. We got a lot of questions here. Hold on. Okay. What industry are you guys in? What up, Chris? Deborah, try to leave and join again because it's not letting me add you. It says you're not able to join. Okay, there we go. All right, she's about to join in a second. So let's see what we got. So what's a PIF? How does today affect your income? I think what you're asking is how much do you make in a PIF? I think that's the question. A PIF is a pay in full, so it depends on the price of the package. So the last thing that I sold, a pay in full, was $8,000, and then there was a $200 bonus, so it was $1,000 a sale. All right, Deborah, try to join now. Is appointment setting worth it? If you don't have, how do I put this? If you know you have a lot of charisma, you can go straight into you could go straight into closing. Chris, how much money did you make what was your biggest month, Chris? What was your biggest month since you're here? I'm trying to add you, Deborah, and it keeps saying unable. Yeah, it keeps saying unable. I'll keep trying. All right, let's try again. 30K. 30K. And how much were you making before high ticket, Chris? No, we're not in insurance sales. Life insurance is gay. I agree, unless you want to shank a bunch of grandmas. $3 to $4. Okay. I don't know why I can't fucking go live with you. Okay, there we go. I think. I keep saying that and then it doesn't fucking work. Wait, I'm confused. What is high ticket sales? Comment the word chill and you'll get invited to a free training. All right, I'm gonna start answering questions from the top. So, guys, really how to manage single mom of two, loads going on, literally just need peace, but need to pay bills. So, properties, Kyrie, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm gonna answer that. Yes, you are still here. Cool. So, for me, I was working a full-time corporate job. So, what I used to do was take sales calls in the evening, and I'd work my corporate job from 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. And then I'd take calls from 5 p.m. onward. Is how I used to do it. Okay, there we go. Shit. All right, let's answer these together. What's up, Charlie? So I don't know if you can see the old comments, but your girl Kyrie said, how to manage single mom of two, loads going on, literally just need peace, but need to pay bills. So I just gave my answer. What do you have?
Sorry, what's the question?
She's a single mom of two. She has loads going on. She needs peace, but she also needs to pay bills. So how to get on the first offer? Is it outreach or circles? I don't know what circles means, but basically, how do I manage this when I have a full-time job and I need to pay bills and feed my kids and whatnot?
Okay. I can't speak on having kids. I don't have kids yet. But in terms of getting onto an offer, like I would definitely say it's circles. To be honest, I've been on quite a few offers. I have actually been on quite a few. Maybe I've been on like 6 offers or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bit more than that. I would say my first one I got placed on by my mentor. The one I'm on right now that I made like 24K on last month. Again, I got placed on by like a past mentor. A lot of it is like circles. Like you yourself, like you've placed people onto offers and they've made like 10K in 2 weeks. It's kind of like who you know, I would say.
Yeah.
and like having like because Facebook groups, it's just a bunch of nonsense, and then that's why people I find when they say homophobic spaces and like they say blah blah blah.
Yeah, agreed. Like all the best offers that I've also been on have been through handshakes, right? Have been through people who could vouch for me and were like, yo, I have this dude who's good, put me on, right? Um, Also, my DMs even now are flooded with people who need good sales talent, right? And obviously, I'm going to refer my students. I'm not going to refer some random motherfucker. I'm going to refer my students. And it's the same with like every good offer. When I was looking for an offer the last time, I was intro to a role where the top rep was making 50K a month. You don't find that on a job board. So get into a program and improve your skill set and show that you're the type of person who someone can risk their reputation on. How can I get out of my 9 to 5 job by doing high ticket sales? Same answer for me. I just after 5, 6 p.m. I would take sales calls until like 10, 11 until I eventually felt comfortable enough to leave. Financially, what that meant to me is having like 25 grand saved up.
I think the good thing as well about high ticket sales, you can leverage like time zones, right? So a lot of girls in the UK and Europe, they're all good, right? They usually just take calls from like 4 p.m. our time or like 6 p.m. our time, and you can take calls till whenever you want to take calls because of the time differences. I know some people that do that as well, and then like do Australia time. Like there's so many different things you can do to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is like whatever it takes, right? Like we can give you all the tactical things of how to set your schedule up and how to set your calendar up, but it's really committing to I am going to make this work, whether it means taking calls really early, whether it means taking calls really late, and I'm not going to let this thing be an obstacle. And if you commit to that, it's like the gym, right? It's like, how do I work out with a busy schedule? You just fucking find the time, right? It's the same exact concept with this. Okay, what else? What specific industry are you guys in for high ticket sales? I've sold biz op, life coaching. I've sold real estate, develop like real estate coaching. Sold all kinds of stuff. What have you sold outside of biz op?
I think it's all mainly with biz op. Okay, I've sold personal branding coaching.
Nice.
With medical doctors. I've sold personal branding coaching, just personal branding coaching. I've sold real estate. Like biz op, Airbnb. I've sold financial education coaching. That was my first offer. Got me to like 10K a month.
Nice.
In my heart. And then I sold like Amazon FBA. And then I think I've sold like a couple offers that like I decided to leave. But I would say those are the main ones.
What's been your favorite so far?
Honestly, I just go with them. Like whichever one's making me the most money is my favorite. So I guess this one right now.
Has there been any that you enjoyed the conversations more?
I think I really liked my first offer because a lot of the people were like me. So a lot of the people were like in the UK.
Yeah.
I played to them. A lot of them were like from my demographic. The medical doctor offer, I really couldn't relate to them at all. But on that offer, there was a week where I made like 10K in a week selling 25K packages, right? So
sheesh.
I still love that offer. So
100K cash in 1 week. So something that trips people up is like, oh, I know I want to get on. So live on YouTube. I'm also live on Instagram. That's why. Anyway, something that trips people up is I know I want to get in high ticket sales, but I don't know what to sell. Like, I don't know what I'm going to sell. So then they just don't do anything. Right. How do you, what would you tell to someone who's like so deep in this paralysis analysis? They're like, I don't know what to sell. And then they just stay stuck and then they don't do anything. How did you quickly move past that?
I think that's just so nonsensical. Like, I just think you just come in, you just sell anything. Like, whatever's going to make, you're here to make money.
Yeah.
Whatever's going to make you money, then you can get your hands on and sell it. Like, I was not a big fan of like selling fitness and all of that. But believe me, if that was the offer that was available and there were people making 20K a month, I would have done what it takes to sell fitness.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I agree to an extent because I've sold things that I did not like and it showed that I did not like it. And I hated it. I hated being on those offers. Let's see, what else? How does one find a job? Because it's hard through Facebook. So the same answer we gave earlier, I think it applies there. That big ass forehead, man, I'm gone. Well, shit.
He's intelligent, he's smart.
Why is he cooking me? You said my intelligence? That's funny.
Yeah, I got a big forehead too, guys. I just hide it. It's about frontal.
How many offers in one go? Are you saying how many do you apply to, or what exactly are you asking? How many offers in one go? Okay, give a little context behind the question, please. Y'all got the two goats on here, so y'all better fucking ask away. What's up?
Oh, you talking about Chris? We got Chris Trout in the building.
Oh, is Crystal in here? Oh no, Chad's not in here. Okay, well, if you're still here and you are on the fence about high ticket sales, why have you not taken that plunge? Why haven't you taken that leap?
How many offers could you? So 1 second. With the offers, I would only really do one, especially if you're already working like another business.
Yeah.
You don't need to do too much. You can make, like, I used to think I had to do a lot. Like, I've always been trying to like work multiple offers, etc. But like, let's say the month that I was speaking about previously, I made like 11K on one offer and then 3K on another offer. And whilst that sounds like good for some people, that's really not good. Like one offer, like not doing as good. Like obviously they're gonna be like, damn, you only made X, Y, Z. Like it's just. Whereas like this month, I wasn't even working on that other offer, and I made like 24 from the one offer. So you just need to lock in on one offer, and just yeah.
I think especially if you're working another job, you know, another thing to consider is like some people are just not good enough yet to be on a good offer, like on an offer that gives a lot of volume. And so I remember I realized that I always say not to offer stack, but then I remember I fucking used to offer stack, right? When I was on my first offer, I wasn't good enough to get on a good offer. So I just got on 2 shit offers and I would just take calls between both of them, whoever would fill the slots first. So if you can get on a good offer, then yeah, take one. Or if you have another job, take one. But the most important thing you need is calls. You need volume.
Yeah, that's actually so valid. Because my first offer, it was a startup offer. Because like I wasn't really about to go on a crazy offer, but it was them calls were booked and they showed as well.
Yeah. So it's not a very blanket answer. You got a question about real estate. I don't think you answered. How did you like it?
How did I like real estate?
Working in the real estate sector?
I hate it. I hate it.
Okay. What'd you hate?
I just, like, I'm a very money-driven person, as you probably know.
Deborah loves her bag.
I love money, loves me. Yeah, I love money. Really locked in. But I literally didn't mainly from the idea of like getting money. And I think another thing is, I'll just be real, I think you also need to think about like you and the person. Like, if you hate speaking to people, high ticket sales probably isn't the vehicle for you. Like if you hate speaking to people. Similarly, like if you hate, like I hate doing anything with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want to sit on my desk and like, I don't know, like yap or just create, or you know, I don't like doing physical labor. So of course I'm not gonna like doing Airbnb when I have to like set up this entire property and drag bags of things out and stuff. It's like, no, I'm not gonna enjoy it. So I think there's also an aspect of like what you are aligned with as a person. But I think I took this out. I'm not gonna say it's easy because it can be emotionally demanding, but it's literally just like speaking to people.
Yeah.
And psychology behind that.
Yeah, I agree. Before sales, I used to be in email marketing, which is very design heavy. So like the designs of emails, and I'm very analytical and I like numbers, and it didn't go well together, right? It didn't go well together. And so I used to have clients saying, "Oh, this isn't on brand," and like the color schemes and this. I'm like, "What the fuck made you money? Like, what are we talking about?" But it wasn't in alignment with who I was. So I agree. It's easy. I work 6 days a week and 15 hours. Put me on, bro. Put me on. Yeah, that's what it looks like. 6 hours, 6 days a week, 15 hours a day. Henny ticket closer. I'm no longer the Henny ticket closer. I'm the matcha closer.
Yeah, you go for matcha.
Yeah, I'm the matcha closer. I don't drink Henny.
Matcha's insane.
Comment Henny for masterclass. Aaron, let's get you in the masterclass, Aaron. Let's get you in the training, dog.
Well, that's crazy.
All right, guys, we're going to give you 4 more minutes. So y'all have 4 more minutes to ask away. Ask something good, too. Don't ask no bullshit. 4 minutes. And for 1904 Warrior for Christ on YouTube, we teach high ticket sales and have placement opportunities, but you have a bunch of bad reviews. So here, I'm gonna give you the link to register for my masterclass on Wednesday because we're gonna talk about that. So here, register there. And I'll get you right. How long does it take to get your commission? Typically once a month. So usually on the 5th of every month.
Yeah.
I made 10K last month. I want to know the secret.
Who made 10K?
Aaron. Okay. Aaron, what do you think is holding you back from those 20K months?
Wait, the secret to what? I'm so confused.
To making 24K like you. He made 10 last month.
Is this a guy or a girl?
It's a guy, Aaron Farrell.
Are you locked in with Nick?
Yeah, are you locked in with Nick, Aaron?
Locked in with Nick?
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, go register. Go register.
Listen, that was the difference. That was like literally 10K extra I made in 1 month from looking in. Because it's just like it's different for different people. Because Nick will like analyze where you're actually losing your comms, and then he will make a plan based on that. So like for you, it could be a certain skill set. For me, it wasn't like really skill set that we worked on, but it was like inner psychology, and it was like salesmanship. That's what we like to say, salesmanship.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's custom to where you're at, because I think to get from 0 to 10K, it's like just learning the process, but then getting above is like learning what you're actually doing wrong with the process, or what you actually, what's holding you back specifically.
Yeah. If you're at 10K a month, you know how to sell to some degree. You know how to run a discovery, right? There's deeper things than that. And also, I think to just add to your point here is solving the right problem, right? Deborah already had like a 35% close rate. So me helping her have a higher close rate would have barely moved the needle for her. She already had a pretty high close rate. She's already good. It was taking more calls at that same close rate. But I have another client who has like a 15% close rate on qualified calls, right? So the approach with him is going to be completely different. So Aaron, the best answer for you is solving the right problem. As a high ticket closer, do you sell it up LTD company or get paid directly? This is not legal advice. This is not tax advice. I must make that clear. But personally, I get paid through an LLC as a closer.
I'd be writing some fantastic things off. Yeah,
but it's not advice though. Only real things. You only write off real things. What up, Eris?
Okay.
What up, Andres? Kasima? It's a party in here. What we got?
Party.
What up, Harold? Kyrie's still in here. Been in here for a minute. I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Kyrie? Because you know her, right?
It's not even.
Stefan?
No.
Oh. Okay. I'll call you Miss Properties. Miss Properties, I think my biggest suggestion to you would be to go to Deborah's story and swipe up with the word sales. I think that'll answer a lot more of your questions if you swipe up with the word sales on her active story.
What's that? Next time I'm up and on. So you can also comment chill, because it's gonna break it down like in details. I will comment chill and then sign up for his webinar. And then if you have any message me as well.
All right, guys, last minute here. Owen, before we end this, especially for you, comment the word chill, dog. Comment the word chill and get the link to the masterclass. I'm gonna give y'all until it hits 4:12, and then we are out of here to ask any final questions. Any final questions? We're just gonna awkwardly look at each other until it's 4:12. All right, I'm gonna end YouTube.